Today's broadcast is produced entirely by the students at Southeast High School in partnership with Kaiser University.
Hello and welcome to the first Right Direction of the 2018-2019 school year. Our program highlights what is happening in and around Southeast High School. I'm Jackson.
And I'm Robert. Everything you will see on the Right Direction is produced entirely by the students of the Career Television Production Program of Southeast High School, also known as SETV.
With us today are two outstanding groups of Southeast High School students. First, we're joined by some of the students from one of our most outstanding and involved organizations, the Student Government Association.
Then we'll be joined by members of our football team. They'll talk about how their team dynamic has changed under the new coach and how they are planning for the future.
We'll have all that and so much more, including a special edition of our Coach's Corner coming right up.
And remember that when you set your compass to the southeast, you're headed in
the right direction. There's a club at Southeast that you could say is more dedicated to the students on this campus than any other organization. These students are responsible for creating and organizing events year-round that focus on our student body, like our pep rallies. With us today are three students who are involved in Southeast Student Government Association. Starting off, we have Faith, the club's president. She's only a junior in high school and learned from SGA to take more responsibility. She also wants to attend Florida Gulf Coast University after she graduates. Next, we have Sarah, who is our senior class president. She hopes that the team building skills she has learned in SGA can help her in the real world of work. She plans on studying biology at FIU. And finally, we have Anna Yelly. She is the junior class president, and yes, she is a junior. She wants to use the leadership skills she has learned in SGA to study at FSU and become a teacher. Hello and welcome to The Right Direction.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you for having us.
Well, starting off, let's go a little broad. So what is SGA and what does it do here at Southeast?
SGA basically plans out most of the spirit events at Southeast High School, such as our Homecoming Spirit Week. We have TMH that works with our ESE students, and we do the blood drive, and we do a lot of stuff around the school that just pumps up spirit and gets the students ready to celebrate Southeast activities.
So homecoming's coming up real soon, right?
Yes.
So what are some of the festivities that you guys got going on coming up?
Well, we work on Spirit Week. So right now we're planning out Spirit Week and what we want to do. And then we have the big bonfire that we do every Thursday. And then Friday is our big pep rally. So we're working on that and getting the script ready and getting the kids pumped up. Nice.
Sweet. So you mentioned the blood drive. How often are those, and when's one coming up?
One's coming up this month towards the end, and we plan them about every 56 days because that's the amount of time that it is allowed for a student to give blood. And we tried to have 3 days of sign-ups in the cafeteria to make sure, like, even if they missed a day, they still have time to get their signs in. And we have them come Thursdays and Fridays, usually during whatever class they pick. We provide them with food and drinks, and they can give blood, and they'll get a pass back to class, and they just go back to class, and if they're not feeling well, they'll come back. We'll take care of them, make sure they're fine throughout the day.
Sweet. Sounds really cool. So, Anna Yelly, this is more of a personal question for you.
Yeah.
What is one of your favorite events that SGA puts on throughout the year?
It's a TMH party, which is in December. It's like this, we organize it and we get all the disabled kids or the kids in need at our school. And we make little crafts and activities for them, and it's just like a little get together with them, and it's really fun, and you can see like the smiles on their faces and all. So it has a satisfying feeling.
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
So this one will be for you, Sarah. So in years past, what has been one of your like favorite parts of SGA? That could be like the kids that are in it, maybe the advisors. Like, what are your favorite parts about the club?
I get to see a different side of the students that a lot of people don't get to see, and I also get to connect with like teachers and things like that, like teacher appreciation. We get to show our appreciation to teachers, and we get to build relationships that you won't really do if you don't get as much involved in school. So I get to see a different side of that, and I enjoy that a lot.
It's pretty interesting. So Anna Yeli and Sarah, you guys are both class presidents of respectively the junior class and the senior class. Doesn't that come with a lot of responsibility, or are you guys like busy a lot, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does, and you have to know how to be a role model for others, because the teachers are always looking out at you. You know, they're like,
Yeah, especially the big senior year, you have to be a voice for the whole student body. So you have to be really respectful and try to get everyone's opinion and things like that in order. So besides that, just graduation is coming quickly, especially with everything coming on and going on and things like that. So having that on your plate is a lot, but I mean, it's fun.
Now, do like the freshmen or the sophomores get to like at least get into student government at all, or?
Yes, we have a board this year is the first year I think that we're doing a freshman board as well, because we usually just have sophomore, juniors, and senior boards.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like if someone was interested in maybe becoming a senior class president one day or something like that, how would they go about that?
To become the senior class president or the president of any student body, you have to be in SGA for one prior year, and there will be a big voting base usually in May, and you will make posters about yourself. You'll write, there's essays, and you have to get student signatures and teacher approvals, and then during your lunches there will be a time to vote, and then we'll announce before the last week of school who's the new council, and then they'll meet and take over for us.
Oh, pretty interesting. So this could be for any one of you three. Over your entire like affiliation with the club, what have been some of your guys' all-time favorite memories? Because I know here at SETV we have a lot of interesting moments. So what would be something off of the top of your head? What would be something that has happened before that really just kind of sticks out?
Well, there was a situation in Puerto Rico that just happened, and so one of the things that SGA got to do was we went around the whole student body and even teachers or people that we knew to donate anything. It could have been clothes, shoes, socks, anything. Even if it was a little book, teddy bear, we got to collect all of that and send it off to Puerto Rico and got like a little article in the newspaper and things like that. So that was awesome being able to be a part of that experience.
That's really cool to see that you guys are involved in the community, even though that Puerto Rico is not a part of the U.S. or even our state. It's cool to see you guys branching out like that. So, final question: if there's a kid watching this right now, interested in joining SGA or anything like that, how would they go about that?
If they wanted to be a part of SGA, they can go talk to Shizzle in room 381 or the drama building, as we mostly know it as, and they can ask him for any of our contacts, and they can get the application through us. Then they'll turn it in. We'll talk to them about it. We'll see like how they're going to fit into SGA, what their role will be, and then we'll just see how it goes from there after they get the application.
All right, sounds really neat. Thank you guys for all joining me today. It was fun talking to you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, the government has been shut down for today, but we still have more that you will not want to miss. Stay tuned.
Ow! Ow! Get off me!
Okay. I'm sorry. Sorry.
The Future Business Leaders of America, otherwise known as FBLA, is a club on campus that really pulls talent from all over. Here, with a closer look at our FBLA chapter, is Briseda Cruz.
You're that one club that always seems to be every club mixed together. You hear the names called on the news every day. and you see their posters in almost every building. Stay tuned to see how one of Southeast's clubs is making a difference. I'm standing inside of Southeast High School. There is a club here that helps students gain community service hours as well as skills that can be used for the rest of their lives. Let's take a closer look at Future Business Leaders of America, otherwise known as FBLA. Future Business Leaders of America is an international club that allows students to get community service hours by helping out with events such as Self to Bus and Breast Cancer Walk. FBLA also helps students to get out of their comfort zone through various competitions. Miss Reese is a faculty advisor for FBLA at Southeast High School. She says that even though some people view FBLA as just another club, this one helps students learn skills that will stick with them for years to come.
FBLA has a mission of education. They want to make sure that students are educated in professional business practices, allow students to create projects, do speaking competitions, lots of things that are needed in the real world.
FBLA is not just another club, but also helps students get community service hours as well as skills that can be used in high school or more beyond that. Nathan is a junior and current president of FBLA and has been with this club since his freshman year. He says he stuck with it because of his love for competition and his drive to improve.
We offer lots of community service hours, which is really important to just your morals and helping out in the local community, as well as scholarships. You're going to learn lots of skill sets such as public speaking, business management, which really is important in college and even throughout the rest of your high school career. It looks really good on your resume to be a part of it. And there's lots of leadership opportunities that we have on a local, district, state, and national level.
But just as any club does, FBLA has activities such as going to competitions in district, state, and national. And these can be debate TV and many more.
We've currently got the CTSO rally, which is coming up this Saturday. And essentially we're going to be going out there, helping out with registration. We have the Chick-fil-A calendar fundraiser, which will help bring our students together to dimes, and we'll be making posters and raising money.
As you can see, FBLA is more than just an after-school activity. It is a club that allows students to expand their horizons and experience new opportunities. Keep your eyes peeled for one of these students, because they might be the next CEO to one of your favorite companies. I'm Berseda from Southeast High School and SETV.
If you've ever spent time on Southeast's campus after school, you've probably heard some shouts and have seen some of our students running in teams. Our JROTC and Raiders programs pride themselves on their ability to work together as a group and persevere, even when it comes to running with 20-pound bags. Elisa Anchando took out our cameras to give you a closer look at Southeast JROTC.
There's always that one club on a high school campus that draws students from all over. They seem to have the most dedicated students in their club. They also are well known in every school. We'll take a look at one of the busiest, most progressive clubs on campus, which has been here since 1997.
I'm here at Southeast High School, where there's a club that provides students the opportunities to strengthen and better themselves every day, and even provides them skills that they can use well beyond high school. Let's take a look at the Junior Reserve Officers Training Corps Raider team, better known as Raiders.
JROTC is a federal program sponsored by the United States Armed Forces. Raiders helps more than 300,000 members prepare for careers and business every year by teaching them discipline and leadership. But here at Southeast, on a smaller scale, students have the ability to compete with different schools around Florida to see who has the best Raider team. Colonel Hetherington is in charge of the Raider team for Southeast High School and has been for the last year. He explains what makes Raiders such an incredible experience for students.
Raider program is one of two after-school activities we have here at Southeast: Raiders and drill. Raider is the more physical of the two. Basically 5 events that our cadets train for: rope bridge, obstacle course, litter carry, the 5K run, and the tire flip. Okay, so it's the physical team. Kids got to be in good shape.
JROTC teaches its members the importance of organization, teamwork, and leadership. The club also believes that having leadership skills is as important as self-recognition.
Nate is the current leader of the Raiders mixed team. He explains what drew him to Raiders and why he thinks it's such a great program.
You become more athletic, you learn how to work as a team. At times you learn how to be more of an independent leader when you have to be. And going to comps is always fun, hanging out with your friends and really making a good bond between each other.
Regan is the current leader of the female team. She explains what drew her to Raiders.
I joined Raiders because it was going to help me work out. It was going to benefit me in the long run because I needed to be physical for all the sports I wanted to join in high school, and because I needed to be very social because it helped me make a lot of friends that I really appreciate today. So just gaining connections and working out.
As you can see, Raiders is more than just another after-school activity. Its members are able to expand their leadership skills by experiencing new opportunities with other leaders. Make sure you keep an eye out for these students. They may just be the next leaders of tomorrow. I'm Melissa for Southeast and SETV.
Bright lights, loud crowds, and touchdown celebrations. Today I am joined by 3 students here at Southeast that go to battle under the Friday night lights. I have the pleasure of getting an inside scoop of what goes on to get the Fighting Knolls ready to go on game day. First, we have DJ, who is a senior this year. He isn't sure about what is coming after high school, but is in high hopes that football will be a part of it. Next up is Cameron, who is hoping to attend Florida International University to get a financial degree. He too is a senior at Southeast High School. Last but not least is Mike, who after his senior year of high school is looking to enlist into the military and will use the discipline he's been taught at our football program to help him on that journey. Welcome to The Right Direction.
Thanks for having us.
So I'm going to start you guys off with a freebie. Who's your favorite football player?
Mine is Ben Rosenberg from Steelers.
Ben Roethlisberger?
Mine's Khalil Mack. He just has that dog.
Khalil Mack. All right, what about you, Cam?
I like Luke Kuechly from the Carolina Panthers.
Carolina Panthers? All right. So what makes all of your players great is practice. So what does your practice schedule look like?
Practice schedule, like right after school at 2:45, we have study hall. After that is mandatory lifts or treatment with JK, and then after that we start practice at 3 o'clock, and then we try to get out around like 5:30.
Okay. So I know that your coaching has changed a little bit. Coach Timmons is around. How do you guys like him?
He's a cool dude.
Yeah, cool dude.
Cool
Very
dude.
inspiring dude.
Mm-hmm.
Inspiring dude.
Yeah, he fires me up before the game. He has great speeches.
What about you, Mike? Coach Timmons.
Not really much of a difference with Timmons. Yeah, he gets us fired up and everything for the field. But he's also, like how Cam says, he's inspiring to us, which also gets us fueled up. So he's very good.
So I'd imagine he pushes team chemistry. How do you guys keep your team chemistry?
We team chemistry by, he has us doing a lot of things as a team. Like this past Saturday, we were going to go to a USF game and watch it as a team, but it got canceled because of bus issues. And we do the tournaments over the summer, and we just do a lot of things as a team to help team bonding and stuff like that. He involves the parents too, when he has the parents do a meeting with us. And we had like a meet and greet with food, like a potluck meet and greet earlier in the school year. So yeah, he involves parents too.
So do you guys have a favorite memory or favorite time, maybe from these team chemistry moments?
Last year at the USF 7-on-7 tournament, because first we went to Busch Gardens as a team, and then we played some football after. So it was a nice experience.
Favorite memory. All right. What about you, Mike? Favorite memory?
From me, different from them, yeah, I went to USF, but at the same time, I was binding with my offense and defensive linemen, where we're binding together, focusing together, working together to make our line better from last year. That's why we did so well last year.
So you guys are all seniors. So what is it like knowing that this is your last year playing as a Southeast Seminole?
It's hard to believe.
Yeah, very hard.
Feels like 4 days ago I was a freshman. So
emotional.
Time flew.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Trying to make it count.
Trying to make it count.
Very, very emotional the first game. Maybe very emotional the last game.
Yeah.
Well, that leads me to my next question. What game are you guys most excited for?
I think we'll all say Booker. Senior night.
Senior night.
Okay.
It's the last game on this field.
Yeah.
All right, so knowing that's your last game, what do you want to inspire the underclassmen? Like, what do you want their last thoughts about you guys?
We want the underclassmen to learn from our mistakes from our sophomore, junior, senior year, to take our legacy and build it and make it even better so they can get even better, and then hopefully they'll win the championship or district games.
Any different thoughts?
Yeah, that's basically it. Inspire them to do better than us, be better than us, and go out there and play the sport that they love.
Right. So it's been a quick 4 years. How would you summarize them though?
Fun.
Fun.
A lot of adversity.
Competition. A lot of competition.
Fun. This is a very amazing, good experience to have.
So it's been fun, and I know your guys' favorite memories. Any things like you would change in these 4 years?
Well, the
work.
stuff that we learned from now, which we learned it a long time ago, because then we'd be unstoppable. That's what my opinion would be.
So what are some of those things you're talking about? Like, what would you have wished you knew 4 years ago?
Like taking leadership and all that stuff, because if you don't have leadership, you can't control the younger guy. At the same time, if you're younger, you can, let's say, influence it to maybe some of the bigger guys, and then you can better bond, which better bond means a better team.
I like just to change my work ethic my freshman year because I didn't really take football serious as much as I do now. I would just play around a lot, but I mean, I was an immature freshman, but the freshmen now, they work a little bit harder than I did my freshman year, so yeah, I'd like to change that and just go hard every year.
So the future is promising for Southeast football next year with the freshmen, do you guys say?
Yeah, I would say, yeah.
Alrighty, so for those of us who didn't get a chance to come out this year, how can we join the team next year?
Well, just talk to coach, see what you can do to be out there. If you can't play this season, make sure you get the schedule for the off season and spring. Get all your required paperwork, talk to him, make sure you're in the weight room with all the rest of the team, and yeah.
If you have strong commitment and you want to take a role, which is a good leader, how to build up your leadership, then that would be a great place for you to go for the football team.
Alrighty, well, thank you guys for joining me today. I had fun.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Time for a quick timeout, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more that you won't want to miss. Right after this, a very important public service announcement.
Garbage on our campus is literally the worst.
Southeast Fighting Seminoles have a new head coach, Southeast alumni Brett Timmons. Earlier, you heard Robert talk to some of the football players about what the new era is like. I sat down with Coach Timmons to find out a little bit more about him and what his plans are for the season in this edition of Coach's Corner. Hello and welcome to this edition of the Seminoles Coach's Corner. I'm your host, Jackson Gaylor, and I'm sitting here with our new head football coach, Brett Timmons. Brett Timmons actually graduated from Southeast High School, and now he's back and ready to lead our Seminoles into action. How are you doing today, Coach?
I'm doing well. How are you doing today, Jackson?
Doing pretty well.
That's awesome.
Kick things off, first things first, before we get into the team and the players and all that, I just want to hear, how's your first year going as our new head football coach?
Man, it's awesome, man. The kids are awesome. Southeast High School, it brings me back to when I graduated from here back, 1995? I know that's kind of ancient. But, you know, it's cool, man. Kids are exciting. Parents, the fan base are trying to energize and get things back how it kind of was. So, man, I'm stoked and ready to go.
Right. So now, I know it's kind of a cliche question to ask, like, what are you trying to teach the kids? You know, what's your new mantra this year? But what are the kids teaching you? I know how are the kids shaping your coaching?
Man, you know, kids from now are you have so much information at your disposal, but I think the hardest thing right now is that you don't have to retrieve it.
Right.
So they know football, they know concepts and coverages and different types of blitzes here and there, but it's having the ability to retrieve that information and knowing when to properly use that information, which is, to me, is the most challenging part, which is also the fun part of this deal, is just trying to figure out how to match some old school with some new school and, you know, get it going like that.
Yeah, because I know a lot of people, like, they see people like Odell Beckham, they see like wide receivers like Antonio Brown, they want to do all the flashy moves, but your job is to come in and teach them like the X's and O's and make sure they know the game.
Well, you know what I'm saying, the flash is great, but at the end of the day, what separates the extraordinary from ordinary is the extra. And if we can continue to do the ordinary things better than our opponents, then we will be extraordinary.
Right, I like that. So now, onto the schedule, onto the year.
Yes.
What are your expectations for the team?
Expectations for the team, honestly, is to hold the standard that's been set before us. The guys that came here before us and set the standard of what Southeast football is. It's our job to either meet that or exceed that. As I challenge the seniors this year, is like, what's your legacy? What are you going to leave behind for the next group to either surpass or match?
Right. Just bring us back to old Southeast glory and exceed that as well. So
you know, we bring it back to old Southeast glory, but this kind of reminds me when I was at Clemson back in 1981. I mean, Clemson, everybody at Clemson kept talking about 1981. That's when they won a national championship.
Right.
And, you know, people keep talking about 93, 94 state championships, the big games, and yada, 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 yada. And there's truth to that, and there's history to that. However, what I challenge our students and our fan base is, can we match or surpass that? Like, the competitor in me says, I'm tired of people talking about the past.
Right.
You know what I mean? Let's represent the future. Like, this is a new age. Let's put a funky twist on the old and bring it into the new.
Yeah. Do you have any games circled on the calendar for this year? I know homecoming's always a big one.
It is a big one.
But
every game matters. I think that, you know, for us to try to move forward and try to do something that hasn't happened since 2013, and that's to win a district championship, every game matters. Every game is a stepping stone to where we're eventually trying to go, and that's a district championship and eventually play in the playoffs.
Right. Set that momentum early in the season and ride it to the end. So now, what is the biggest adjustment that either you or the team has had to make so far in this year?
The biggest adjustment that we've had to face so far is just dealing with ourselves, checking ego at the door.
Right.
I mean, you use the Odell Beckhams, you use the Antonio Browns, kind of the me first kind of guys. You know, I want the attention, the spotlight on me. Right. But football is the ultimate team sport in the sense that you need to have the 10 other guys working and rowing in the same direction for you to have success. So I've always said your individual success comes along with your team success. So it's sacrificing me for the better of we.
Right. There's 11 guys on the field, not just one. I
There
like
you go.
that. So thank you for coming in, Coach. It's been a pleasure sitting down with you.
Thank you.
So that's all the time we have for today, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the Seminole Coaches Corner. I'm Jackson Gaylor. We want to thank you for watching.
And we want to thank the members of SGA and our football team for joining us.
We hope that you have enjoyed today's program as much as we've enjoyed bringing it to you.
And we hope that you will join us next month when we'll be showing you what's happening in and around Southeast High School.
If you would like to find out how to choice coming to Southeast and becoming a part of the SETV program,
or if you would like to become a business partner of SETV, simply visit our website at setv.news and drop our director an email.
Our website also has links to our latest broadcasts on YouTube and updates about our program. I'm Jackson.
And I'm Robert.
And remember that when you set your compass to Southeast, you're headed in
the right direction.